to start this look off, I'm just going to be moisturizing my face with an oil-free moisturizer. So I'm just going to rub that all over my face so that it can settle in before I prime my face. So to achieve this look, I'm going to be using the Morphe 350 palette, and I'm going to be going in with this neutral white shade. I had already primed my eyes using NARS Creamy Concealer, and here I'm just setting that powder into my eyelid and also going up under my brow, because that's also really important to set that concealer under your brow so that your eyeshadows blend seamlessly. So here I'm just picking my shades, and I'm going to be going in with the two lighter brown shades, which I'm going to be taking into my crease and my lower lid, kind of as like a transition color. And I am just blending away so that everything looks nice and seamless. So now I'm going to go back into that palette and I'm going to pick up this darker brown shade, and I'm just blending that into my crease. And as you can see, I'm also blending outwards as well, because I'm trying to achieve sort of like a cat eye type look, but without using tape to shape it, because I hate having tape on my face. So I'm just trying to achieve this look by just blending outwards with my brush. Now I'm just taking a pencil brush and I am going in with this darker brown shade. It's like a reddish brown shade actually. And I am just trying to add some definition to my crease. And as you can see, I am still blending outwards because I am still working on achieving that shape that I want to go with this look. Now I'm going back into this palette. I'm going to pick up these two reddish shades with a flat brush, and I'm going to be using that for like my lower lid. So I'm just going to press that all over my lid. Now I'm just going back in with that pencil brush, and I'm also just blending everything out one more time. Now I'm taking my Tarte Timeless Primer, and I'm going to be rubbing that all over my face, my T-zone, where I feel like my pores show, and of course on my neck as well. So now I'm going in with my Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I am just applying that to the center of my face. And then once I'm done doing that, I'm just going to blend it outwards with my Real Techniques Beauty Blender. So that's what I'm doing here. So I know that I made this kind of fast in the video, but I am usually really good at making sure that I do like slow pats on my face, because the slower, more precise and gentle you are, the more flawless the application. So just make sure that you're not like pounding your face with it and like just trying to rush. Like the more you take your time, the more like detail oriented you are, the better and more flawless your application will be. Okay, so now I'm going in with my NARS concealer, and this one is a little bit closer to my skin tone. So I'm just going over my problem areas, and then I'm going to go over that with the Beauty Blender and blend that all in so everything still looks nice and even. So that's what I'm doing here. Now I'm going to go in with my NARS concealer in Custard. So this is more of a highlighting shade. So I'm going to be just going over the high points of my face with this, under my eyes. As you can see, I'm cutting that right along my eyeshadow and just keeping that really sharp, because like I said, I'm still kind of trying to like execute that look that I'm going for, that eye look. So that's what I was doing there. I'm highlighting my forehead, my top lip, And then I'm going over with a flat brush to blend all of that out. So I'm just going to press the product in, and I usually do this as opposed to the Beauty Blender when I want more coverage. So I'm going to just press all of this into my skin at the same time, just trying to make sure that it looks blended and everything looks nice and flawless. Now I'm just going to go over this lightly with my Beauty Blender just to make sure that everything just looks pretty and nice and blended together. Now I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I am just baking. I am taking it up the bridge of my nose on both sides because I'm just trying to add to the contour of my nose. It just kind of makes the contouring process easier and look more natural. And I'm also pressing it all over my face, especially on my chin and the areas where I know I get more oily throughout the day, just to prolong like the wear of my foundation. Now I'm going in with Hoola Bronzer, and I'm going to be contouring. Yes, I'm taking my broken brush. It is broken. I've had it forever, probably since I was in high school, but it is the best brush that I have with contouring in my opinion, and I just love the way it looks. So I'm just going in with that on my forehead, under my cheekbones, my jawline. Now I'm going with my Wet n Wild contouring palette, and I'm just going to be going right under the hollows of my cheeks and my forehead just to intensify the contour a little bit, because this look is supposed to be a little bit more intense and glamorous. Soft, but still glam. And I'm just going under my jaw still, my chin, and bringing it down my neck so everything still looks blended. Now I'm taking this dome-shaped e.l.f. brush, and I'm going in very lightly with my Hoola Bronzer and contouring my nose. I don't need to do much because with the baking powder right there, the way I brought it up the bridge of my nose, it's going to give kind of a natural contour. So I'm just intensifying it a little bit. And now I am brushing the excess powder off with a small like face brush, and I am just brushing it all off, and I am trying to do it as light as I can so I don't move all the work I did with my concealer. And that's just what I'm doing right here. Now I'm going back in with the contour palette with that yellowy banana shade, and then I am just going to highlight my face. So I'm just pressing it onto the areas that I want to be nice and bright, my forehead, my chin, and I am just taking it right under my contour just to sharpen it up. So taking that highlighting shade down the bridge of my nose and on the sides of my contour. Now I'm taking my Wet n Wild blush in Mellow Wine, and I'm just going to be adding that to the very top of my contour. And now I'm taking my Glow Kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm going to be going in with the shade Bubbly. And I'm just going to be highlighting my face using this fan brush. I'm going to take it to the very top of that blush, and I'm going to be going on to the sides of my forehead. And that's just what I'm doing here. I'm going to be using my Colossal Mascara from Maybelline, and I always brush down my lashes and then up. I just feel like it makes them look longer and fuller, so that's what I'm doing here. Now I'm just going in with this medium brown shade with a smudger brush and smoking out my lower lash line. And now I'm going to be lining my lips using this Wet n Wild lip liner, and I am overdrawing my lips, but I only overdraw the center of my bottom lip and my cupid's bow. just because you can't overdraw all over your lips because then it just starts to look crazy. So that's what I'm doing here. And I almost dropped my phone, but it's cool though. I fixed it. Now I'm adding lines to the center of my mouth just to give myself like a pouty look. I'm going over that with another Wet n Wild lipstick. This lipstick is not matte, and I really wanted to go for like more of a matte look on my mouth for this look. So I'm going in with Laura Mercier translucent powder once again and pressing it onto my lips just to mattify my lipstick. And that is a completed look. I'm just setting my face with this Mario Badescu rose water, and that's pretty much it.